absolutely, street art is art. Of course, it's art. It's probably one of the most freeing expression of art, because artists go out in the street and they say what they want without any constraints, any worries about selling their art or making a commission for somebody. It expresses artists' political and social views, and it's definitely art. Well, yes, it started in the 60s with graffiti, and people considered it as vandalism, and it has evolved over time. Now we've moved away from graffiti and we have imagery, which is street art. It has the message that it's important. Yes, it has a little bit of stigma about vandalism, and it probably is carrying through, but I think that's dying down now. The value that now street art has now value where before it was free, the stigma will probably wear out in time. I'm a fine artist. I create paintings usually, and my art is meant to inspire, empower and elevate women. I've created this Wear Your Crown campaign, which is a global campaign for women empowerment, and mural is just something that I did. It was a project that came by and I just really enjoyed it, but it's not my day-to-day art that I do. The purpose of art is to bring emotions up in people. The main reason art exists is for people to enjoy it. So whether it's in a gallery or in a museum or in public or in a cafe, as long as art is being enjoyed and consumed by people, I think that's the purpose of it.
I've always loved street art graffiti. I've always loved that aesthetic. I've always loved seeing artwork on the streets, whether that's like in films or things you see on TV series. But for me, it was quite unusual. I have various chronic illnesses, and I started taking a holistic route a few years ago, and I just wanted to be in sort of less pain and feel better in health-wise. But one of the first things that happened was I started to feel these very physical synapses going off in my brain. It was like electricity. I just started painting one day. I mean, I'd always done that since I was little, but there'd been a massive, massive gap because I was ill. One day I was watching the TV and I had like a blank white wall behind the TV, and I was getting really distracted, turned off the TV, and I just started painting my wall. And that effectively became my first mural. I started painting outdoors and I really loved it. It's almost like a form of meditation for me, because you really are in the moment. One of the very few times, I think, in sort of modern life where you are in the moment. It's just you and that wall, and suddenly it transforms into something other than brickwork. I've had feedback from the public saying that my artwork has brightened up their day, all the way to people who've been suffering from serious mental health issues, and said that it really boosted their well-being and their opinion of themselves. So for me, that's important, because you're making people feel good about themselves. I always bring it back to this quote from Queen Victoria, I think 1845 or something like that, and she said, beware of the artists, for they mix with all classes of society, which makes them the most dangerous.